Thank you. Now let's settle for the details. Vice President Professor Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman has reaffirmed the government's commitment to strengthening Ghana's security architecture during a working visit to the Ministry of the Interior. She was briefed on the ministry's ongoing reforms and the work of its agencies in maintaining public safety, strengthening border security, enhancing disaster preparedness, and combating narcotics and organized crime. The Vice President commended officers across the security services for their dedication and stressed that effective security depends on not only on strong laws but also on public education, trust between citizens and security personnel, and sustained government investment.
Safe. Without safety, there isn't much we can do. So we want to thank you for the work we've been doing so far. In terms of law enforcement, rule of law and so on, it should begin with public education. We all need to understand why we need to do things the way we should. We must also understand the sanctions that go with not doing them, the deterrents, and more importantly, the benefits. Why is this important? So public education remains very, very critical for us. Whatever we do, we are doing it in the interest of all of us, especially in the interest of people who are not in the boardrooms, who are not in the meetings, and who may not even share the conclusions that we reach. And that is why public education becomes critical to everything that we do. So, Mr. Mendes, I also hear you on all the things that government is doing. It has not been exactly easy, but it has to be done. But
to a rather sad news here, government has expressed profound sorrow over the passing of the overlord of Dagbon, His Majesty Yana Bukari Mahama II, describing him as a distinguished traditional ruler whose reign brought healing, reconciliation, and lasting peace to Dagbon. In a statement issued by the presidency on July 13, President Mahama extended his deepest condolences to the royal family, the people of Dagbon, and the nation, saying the late Yana's unwavering commitment to unity, stability, and the welfare of his people strengthened the partnership between traditional authorities and government and advanced development across Dagbon and Ghana. The government paid tribute to his life and legacy, honoring his invaluable service to the nation, and said his wisdom, leadership, and dedication to peace would continue to inspire future generations. The Ministry of Finance has announced that Ghana has reached the final stage of its external debt restructuring after successfully exchanging the outstanding savings and development. Economic Recovery Agreement notes the exchange settled on July 13, 2026 marks the final outstanding component of Ghana's sovereign bonded debt restructuring. The ministry described the development as a major milestone in the country's economic recovery, noting that it strengthens debt sustainability, boosts investor confidence, and supports macroeconomic stability. The ministry says it will continue to implement prudent debt and public financial management policies to safeguard Ghana's long-term economic stability. The Economic and Organized Crime Office, EOCO, says the arrest of former Executive Secretary of the Interministerial Coordinating Committee on Decentralization, Dennis Miracles Ahadzi, is linked to investigations into the alleged misappropriation of about 55 million Ghana cedis in public funds. EOCO said a forensic audit uncovered suspected financial and procurement irregularities between August 2022 and February 2025. Mr. Ahadzi and former accountant Gerald Appiah are being investigated for offenses including stealing, causing financial loss to the state, and money laundering. The anti-graft agency said Mr. Ahadzi was arrested at Accra International Airport after returning to Ghana, having left the country before a stop order took effect. EOCO added that he has assisted with investigations and will be granted bail in accordance with the Constitution. Meanwhile, NPP Communications Director Richard Ahiangba says Mr. Ahadzi has been granted bail in the sum of 50 million Ghana cedis with 3 sureties. Now let's take some international news. A A huge fire tore through a bar in Thailand's capital, Bangkok, late on Sunday, killing at least 28 people and leaving 25 critically injured. The blaze started near the stage of the bar in the popular Chatuchak district, then spread rapidly, cutting power and engulfing the room with smoke. Footage posted online shows panicked customers screaming as they fled, some with their clothes on fire through the flame-enveloped front door of Rongbie Nalla Frau. Firefighters who arrived at the scene just after midnight quickly extinguished the fire. They found the bodies of most of the victims in a bathroom where they had apparently sought shelter. And finally, a Sudanese court has sentenced the leader of the paramilitary Rapid Support Forces RSF, Mohammed Hamdan Dagalo, to death for war crimes, crimes against humanity and genocide over atrocities committed in the West Darfur region. The court in Port Sudan, an area under the control of the army, convicted Dagalo, known as Hemeti, in absentia, along with 15 other senior RSF members who were given the same sentence. The RSF has not commented on the verdict, but previously rejected accusations of war crimes during the conflict. The trial centered on alleged atrocities committed in the regional capital, El Janina, including the June 2023 killing of the state governor, Kamis Abakar. The court also found the 16 defendants guilty of orchestrating attacks on civilians, widespread destruction and looting of property, and the targeting of schools, places of worship, and residential neighborhoods. And that's by way of the WoezorTV reports. My name is Randy Ahadzi.